So, welcome back to Welsh Miniature Ball Gamer, and this is my usual roundup of what I got done this month. This being April 2024. 23. So, first of all, we got this miniature from Zombicide 2nd edition, and this is one of the Kickstarter, I think, stretch goal miniatures. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he painted up quite nice. He's an alright amount of detail on him. It's a bit glossy. I've used my usual matte varnish, but he seems to have come up really glossy for some reason. And yeah, he's okay. I didn't do him great, but like on the table, quite a bit away from you, he's going to look fine. Up close like this, he's looking a bit, I don't know, menace in his face, but yeah, up there on the table he's going to look okay. And he's an okay miniature, quite like him. So next we've got Zombicide Black Plague. Again, it must have been like one of the Kickstarter exclusives. I'm not sure. I bought a bundle of them, so I'm not sure where exactly he came from. He didn't come from any of the actual games that I've got, so I'm assuming it's something like a Kickstarter. I really like this miniature. He had like this white colouring on his skin, so yeah, I'm quite pleased about the way he came out actually. And the browns in his trousers and the browns on the buckles and what have you are all different browns, and it does show. It's not a lot of difference in colour, but there's enough that it looks like some variation. And I like this miniature. I like his manic look. It looks a bit sort of a Chris Achilles style bad dude. So then we have another of the Zombicide Black Plague. I think it must be again another Kickstarter exclusive maybe, because they seem to have millions of them that you don't get in the box set. So I'm assuming that's one of these. It's like this Paladin looking dude. I kind of like him. Again, the face up close, yeah, not great, but it's good enough, when you're on the table, he's going to be about that far away from you at least. So yeah, he looks okay. I painted him up the colours that they show on the artwork, so people know exactly who he's meant to be. But again, yeah, nice. I'm quite pleased with how I painted him up. So we have one of the Sundered miniatures. Now, if you might have seen my video last time, and that was reviewing the Sundered miniatures, Highland Zombies, maybe these were called. But here's another one of them which I hadn't actually finished at the time. Easy paint job, because he's a monk, so he's not going to be exactly a lot of colours on him, but pox-ridden skin, with it breaking away, give him a bit of a jaundiced look to his skin. Yeah, quite like how I managed to do this. So now these guys coming up now. Now I just managed to snap the bow off him when I was getting ready to film this. I managed to drop my lamp on top of these dwarfs that I've painted, which was very clever of me, but it does show how strong these dwarfs miniatures are. It snapped his bow off, but the rest of him is looking pretty darn okay, so be thankful for that. I think I'll be. So these are the Oathmark Infantry dwarfs. Now none of them came with bows, but I made a bow for him because I wanted him to have a bow. Although, did they come with bows? Maybe they did come with bows. Yeah, I think maybe they did come with bows actually. Strike that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you have many bow arms, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the box, but yeah, this one I've done up in like Ranger Green, actually made them a lot brighter than I usually do for my miniatures, and I quite like the aesthetic, and yeah, they look kind of nice. Kind of like these. You'll get the review for these probably next week when I finish painting up a few more of them, so I can get a proper feel for what I think of them. So here is another one. So yeah, the arm is completely messed up. The arms actually weren't from this kit, they were from the Ghost Archipelago pirates, crewmen. And I've kind of messed up the arm, but from a distance you won't be able to tell that I messed the arm up that badly. Now, quite by, circumstance or whatever, I actually have painted up 7 dwarves, but that wasn't trying to mimic any particular dwarf-based programs. It just so happens that I did paint up 7 of these, painted up this month. There will be more coming, as I said, as I show you off more of the Oathmark dwarf infantry. But again, nice sort of bold green colour to show he's like a ranger. And I don't usually use bright bold colours, but they kind of work for these dwarfs. So here is a proper hammer time dwarf. He's got his 2 hammers, and his chainmail. Nice and easy to paint. The details, are quite kind of crisp and big, kind of like it sort of early Games Workshop style. So yeah, I've messed that shield up, but you can see it on this camera, but actually in person you can't really see the big ridges where I messed up the shield so badly, and I had to go back to it. Let's remove that. Try and remove that cat here. And yeah, so apart from that, yeah, I think he came out okay. The faces are quite characterful, I think, aren't they? And then this dude. Now you could have put a shield on him, but I want to leave some shields off so I could use them as like a Frostgrave crew, or maybe a band for Mordenheim or something like that. So I want some options. So I left the shield off this dude, so he'd be, one of the generic foot soldier types. And then the last of the dwarves. There is Red Hat. Yeah, I had to dull that red down because I did do it as a bright red, and it was really quite shockingly red, and I didn't think it really fit very well, so I dyed it down a bit, and yeah, I think it works quite nice. And the striped shield, again, not perfect, but good enough for gameplay. So that's the 7 dwarves. Now, these things I bought ages ago. Games Workshop, I know. And I've finally got around to painting some of them up. So, yeah, they're lovely miniatures. A lot of detail on them. Maybe too much detail, if there is such a thing. It makes it harder to paint them well because, you try and paint every single little, thing on them. I tried to do a little tattoo. It kind of worked. Maybe too bright, but it looks okay. Kind of like the colours of the weapons I did for them, so like this sort of battered bronze copperish colour. And my thing is, because I don't play any of the Games Workshop games, my idea is that I could use these in Ghost Archipelago as like, crewman members gone mad, or baddies roaming the islands. So that's one. Then we got this guy. Again, another little bit of a tattoo I tried to do. I like his claws, they're pretty cool. Vicious looking. And again, I like that sort of bronzy, battered look. I like the bone colour on the swords. Yeah, I like these models. Again, a bit rich from my blood usually, Games Workshop, but you can't really deny the quality of them. So I got a few more of these to paint up, and then I can actually do a proper review on them with the whole box set hopefully painted up. Now I will say that they've been a pain in the arse to make. You know, you have to sort of do dexterity rolls of, you know, impossible to get these things together, because you have to bend and twist the plastic to get it into shape to get it on, and it was a nightmare. But you know, they look really nice when they're done. But there is one particular model which really stretched my abilities to save. So this is the last one that I managed to paint up for this month, of the Corvus Cabal from Games Workshop. A bit glossy, but I got really bright lights on here to try and show off the miniatures, so yeah. So all in all, that is, let me just have a quick count, 15 miniatures I painted up this week. So a little bit less than I would have liked. I do try and get at least 16 miniatures painted up a month, but unfortunately haven't really been able to get them done this month. I've been on holiday, and just life has been jumping up and getting in the way, as it seems to do. But yes, so until next time, I'm going to wish you the very best, and it's going to be goodbye from me, Welsh Miniature Board Gamer.